There is a soft and gentle energy in the air when you allow yourself to arrive fully in this moment. You may have been moving through your days with so many thoughts, so many demands on your heart and mind that you haven't truly paused to breathe. Right now, nothing is being asked of you except to be here. The world outside can wait. Your to-do lists, your worries, your memories, and your fears can all wait. This is your safe space, a place where your inner self can finally rest. You don't need to push away what you feel, and you don't need to fix anything all at once. Healing isn't about rushing, it's about allowing. In this space, you are supported by the quiet presence of life itself, a presence that holds you with love. Feel that truth gently wrap around you like a soft blanket. Let it be a reminder that you are allowed to feel comfort right now. You are allowed to be still. You are allowed to be safe. Sometimes life has a way of teaching us to be on guard. It can feel like we must always be ready for the next difficulty, the next disappointment. That constant state of alert can make the body tight and the mind weary. But in this moment, you are not in danger. You are not under threat. You are here, breathing, and there is safety in your breath. When you inhale, let that breath carry in peace. When you exhale, let it carry away what you no longer wish to hold. Feel your shoulders soften, your jaw relax, your heart ease its pace. This is your time to rest from the storms you have weathered. The moment you truly allow yourself to know you are safe, your inner healing begins to awaken. It starts quietly, almost like the way the first light of morning touches the earth, bringing warmth after the cool night. Your inner world begins to respond, opening to the possibility that life can be gentle again. Deep inside, there may be parts of you that still carry the weight of old wounds. These wounds might not always be visible, but they can live in the body, in the muscles, in the way you think about yourself. Sometimes they show up as tiredness that never seems to fade, or as feelings you can't quite name. These are pieces of your story that never had the chance to fully heal. They may have formed when you were much younger, or during times when you didn't have the space, tools, or support to process what was happening. Those moments may have passed, but the feelings stayed, waiting for you to notice them. Today, as you allow yourself to be safe, you give those parts of you permission to come forward. Not to overwhelm you, but to be met with love and care. Healing doesn't come from forcing those feelings away. It comes from meeting them like you would meet a child who needs comfort, with patience and open arms. It is important to understand that what you feel now might not even be about what is happening in your life today. Often, the body remembers things the mind tries to forget. The heart holds the echoes of past experiences, and without realizing it, those echoes can guide how we see the world. If life taught you to expect harm, to prepare for loss, or to hide your true self for safety, those lessons may still be living inside you. But here, in this safe moment, you can start to release those lessons. You can begin to teach yourself something new, that it is possible to live without holding so much fear. Each gentle breath, each loving thought you offer yourself is like a drop of water nourishing dry soil. Over time, the soil becomes rich again, ready for new growth. The old roots of fear can loosen, making space for something softer to grow. The connection between what you think and how you feel is powerful. The mind and the body are not separate. They speak to each other all the time. When your thoughts are filled with fear, the body tightens, the breath becomes shallow, and your energy feels heavy. When your thoughts are filled with kindness and love, the body responds by releasing tension, the breath deepens, and there is a sense of lightness. Think of yourself as a beautiful garden. The thoughts you plant are seeds. If you plant seeds of peace, compassion, and hope, your inner garden will grow with beauty and nourishment. If fear or criticism has been planted for too long, it doesn't mean the garden is lost. It just means it is ready for new care. You can begin today to plant thoughts that bring you comfort and safety. You can choose in each moment to feed your mind with words that support your healing. When you notice your thoughts moving toward worry, gently guide them toward a softer truth. Speak to yourself with the tenderness you would offer to someone you deeply love. If your mind says, "I am not safe," offer it a new thought. In this moment, I am safe. If your mind says, "I can't heal," gently remind it, every day I am becoming whole. These words are not just sounds, they are instructions to your mind and your body. They carry energy. They teach your inner self to trust again. At first, your mind may not believe them, but if you repeat them with sincerity, the body begins to respond. Your heartbeat steadies, your breath slows, and a quiet calm begins to grow. Safety is not only about the absence of harm, it is about the presence of love. When you feel truly safe, your nervous system can relax, and your body can do the work it was designed to do: restore, repair, and renew. In that state, the cells of your body receive more oxygen, your immune system strengthens, and your mind becomes clearer. You may even notice that the colors of life appear brighter, that small joys feel more vivid. Healing is not something you have to chase. It is something that blooms naturally when the conditions are right. And one of the most important conditions is the feeling of safety. You are the one who can create this safe inner space for yourself, no matter what is happening outside. You create it through the way you speak to yourself, through the way you allow your body to rest, through the gentle choices you make each day. This space is always available to you. It lives within you. Every time you choose to breathe deeply, to place a hand over your heart, to speak words of kindness to yourself, you are stepping back into that safe space. The more you do it, the more natural it becomes, until safety is not something you search for. It is simply where you live. Right now, allow yourself to rest in this truth. You are safe. You are supported. You are worthy of healing, and that healing is already beginning in ways you may not yet see. Each breath is carrying you forward. Each loving thought is creating new life within you, and as you let this safe feeling take root in your heart, your whole being will know it is finally time to begin the healing you deserve. There is a deep peace that begins to settle in when you allow loving words to flow through your mind. These words become like anchors in calm waters, keeping you steady when waves of fear try to rise. Simple, gentle phrases can shift the way you feel in an instant, not because they change the outside world, but because they remind you of the truth already inside you. When you whisper to yourself, "I am safe in this moment," it is like telling your body it can finally exhale. When you say, "I release all fear," it is as if heavy chains are quietly falling away. When you affirm, "My heart is open to healing," you invite light to touch places within you that have been waiting in the shadows. These are not just words. They are the medicine of the soul, and their power grows each time you speak them with sincerity. Using these affirmations can be as natural as breathing. They do not require long rituals or complicated steps. They simply ask for your presence. You can speak them softly before you sleep, letting them be the last words your mind hears before drifting into rest. You can greet the morning with them, allowing them to set the tone for your day. And when moments of anxiety come, you can return to them as if returning to a familiar friend. The more you invite them into your life, the more they will weave themselves into the way you think until they become your inner voice. Over time, they begin to replace the old, harsh thoughts with words that nourish, comfort, and protect you. Letting go of the pain you have carried is not a one-time act. It is a process that happens layer by layer. For a long time, you may have felt that holding on to old hurts was a way of protecting yourself, as if remembering them would keep you from being hurt again. But what truly happens is that they take up space where joy could live. Carrying them is like walking through life with a heavy bag slung over your shoulder. You may have grown used to the weight, but that doesn't mean it belongs to you. You are not defined by the things that wounded you. You are not the story of your pain. You are the one who is here to heal it. It can be helpful to imagine placing each old hurt gently down on the ground, one by one, with compassion, not throwing it away in anger, but setting it down in peace. You may even thank it for what it taught you, and then allow it to rest. As you do this, you free up space within yourself for something new to grow. Sometimes this release can be supported by the breath. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, imagine letting go of tension, resentment, or sadness. With each breath out, feel yourself becoming lighter. This is how the heart learns to heal, through moments of gentle release, repeated over time. When you release what no longer serves you, you begin to rebuild something even more precious: trust. Trust in life, trust in the unfolding of your path, trust in your own ability to navigate each day. For some, this trust may have been broken long ago, replaced by caution and self-protection. But trust is like a muscle. It can be strengthened. You can start by noticing the quiet ways life supports you each day, the way your body breathes without needing to be told, the way the sun returns every morning, the way you have made it through every challenge you once thought you couldn't bear. As you recognize these small but constant gifts, trust begins to return. You start to see that even when the road twists, there is a greater intelligence guiding your steps. You may not always understand why certain things happen, but you begin to believe that you are being led toward wholeness. This belief is not built on denial. It is built on noticing the evidence of care in the smallest details. You might reflect in a journal on moments when you felt held, guided, or protected, even if they seemed small at the time. These moments are not accidents. They are proof that you are not alone in your healing. Trust also grows when you treat yourself as someone worthy of care. Every gentle choice you make, every boundary you honor, every moment of rest you give yourself, these are ways of showing your inner self that it is safe to trust again. You become both the protector and the nurturer within your own life. And with each act of kindness toward yourself, the walls that fear built begin to soften. In their place, a new foundation is laid, one made of love, safety, and deep trust in the goodness that life can hold. This is the path that leads you from surviving to truly living. It begins with a whisper of safety, grows with the release of old burdens, and strengthens with the quiet rebuilding of trust. And as you keep walking it, step by loving step, you find that the healing you once thought was far away has been unfolding within you all along. Loving yourself through this journey also means treating yourself with the kind of compassion that perhaps you once wished the world had given you. True healing is not built on self-criticism. It blooms from self-kindness. Each day, there are small ways to nurture your mind, your body, and your heart. It could be choosing foods that nourish you, allowing yourself to rest without guilt, or speaking words that uplift you. When you speak gently to yourself, your body hears it. Your cells respond to that kindness. Your breath deepens, your heartbeat slows, and your entire being feels more at peace. When you notice a moment of self-blame or harsh inner judgment, pause. Instead of following that old voice, choose a new one. You might say, I treat myself with love, or I am worthy of care. At first, these words may feel unfamiliar if you haven't spoken to yourself this way before, but with time, they will begin to feel natural. They will become part of the way you see yourself. Self-compassion is not about ignoring your struggles. It's about meeting them with the same patience and understanding you would give to someone dear to you. Every time you do this, you strengthen your foundation for healing. As your heart begins to heal, there comes a beautiful moment when you realize you can welcome joy again. For some, joy may feel far away, almost like a memory from another time. But joy is patient. It never truly leaves. It waits for an opening to return. Healing creates that opening. Joy doesn't require grand events or perfect conditions. It often comes in the smallest moments. The warmth of sunlight on your face, the sound of a bird singing, the laughter that rises unexpectedly. When you notice these moments, you give joy permission to grow. A simple way to invite joy back into your life is to name 3 things each day that make you smile, no matter how small. This is not about forcing happiness. It's about creating space for it. As you keep noticing these moments, your awareness shifts, and you begin to see that even in the midst of healing, life still offers beauty. Joy and healing work hand in hand. The more joy you allow, the more your body and mind remember that life can feel light again. There is also great strength in learning to live in the present moment. The mind often wants to wander to the past, revisiting hurts, or to the future, imagining fears. But healing happens here, in the now. This moment is where safety lives. This moment is where your breath flows. You can ground yourself simply by feeling your feet on the floor, sensing the air on your skin, or noticing the rhythm of your breathing. These small acts bring your awareness home to the present. When you anchor yourself here, the weight of the past loosens and the uncertainty of the future softens. You begin to realize that right now you have everything you need to feel supported. The affirmation, "In this moment I am safe and supported," can help your mind rest in this truth. Each time you return to the present, you step into a place of peace that nothing outside you can take away. Healing is not a straight line. Some days will feel lighter than others, but each step you take, no matter how small, carries you forward. You have already begun by choosing to give yourself this time, by listening to loving words, by opening to the idea that you are safe now. The more you practice these gentle shifts, the more your life will reflect them. You are building a new way of being, one where fear is no longer the guide and love is the foundation. You are safe now. You are loved now. You are free to release the burdens you have carried and step into the healing you deserve. Let your heart rest in the knowing that you are supported by life itself. Allow yourself to trust that each breath, each moment of kindness is shaping a brighter, softer future. And as you move forward, let this truth settle deep within you. I am safe, I am loved, and my healing is unfolding perfectly.